girl, my name is Ashley Collins, aka The Aunt of Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. So this is something that's it's like a little clip on YouTube right now. The recent conversation with Joe Rogan and Neil deGrasse Tyson. They got into a little tiff about whether humans would be interesting to aliens or not. And I've been pondering this a lot lately. Isn't that weird how, like, when I'm at work, I'm not really in, like, my brain's not really focusing on work? It's so strange how I'm so in autopilot that I can do my job and not have to, like, be fully present. And I don't think that's a good thing. But, okay, yeah. So, are human beings interesting? I talked to my boss. He's also, we have very similar interests. And I feel like I can talk to him about like a lot of certain subjects that really interest me. So I asked him about this subject. I asked him, do you think human beings would be interested in aliens? And he said that, no, I don't think so. And I was like, well, that's quite pessimistic. Like, why do you say that? And he said that compared to our ancestors, compared to our origins, we're actually quite boring. We actually became more and more incompetent as progress happened. You know, like it's still a mystery how the pyramids were built. You know, like they built Mount Rushmore. They discovered fire. So now we don't have anything to strive for anymore. We don't have anything to create anymore other than making our lives easier. And as a result of making our lives easier, we're more bored than we've ever been. And dare I say I agree with him? I think that humans would be a great case study of how when you I think human beings would be a great case study for when you fly too close to the sun, how your wings are still going to burn and you're going to crash. I think humans are a great case study for when you have high ambition and you reach those goals, how you have this dissatisfaction with life and it leaves you being nothing but a mimic. I think humans are interesting because we end up stoning artists, we end up killing scientists, we end up like getting rid of these great minds, and yet we praise for lack of better phrasing, we praise the idiots. And I need to find a better word other than stupid people and idiots. I know, I need to find a better word than calling people stupid. I know that. Incompetent. It's so crazy how we idolize these celebrities, you know, like, oh gosh, I mean, I remember my first time meeting Derek Brooks. Oh my gosh, because he's like, I live in Tampa, don't murder me, but, well, I'm not even worth murdering. You're not going to get anything if you murder me. I was in the Uber last night. Oh my God, really ugly story. But like, he locked the doors, right? Out of nowhere. And I was like, yo, like if he makes a strange turn, like I'm trying to recall in my mind like how to defend myself in a vehicle, but I'm like, what does he have to gain by killing me? I was like, whatever, I don't care. But okay, anyway, and so yeah, so Derek Brooks is a huge contributor to the community here in Tampa, and I used to work at this restaurant, and he used to come in all the time, and I remember just like fangirling, being like, it's Derek Brooks. He's a Tampa Buccaneers football player. For those of you who don't know who he is, you should know who he is. But I remember just freaking out, being like, it's Derek Brooks, it's Derek Brooks. But it's like, it's just a human who we choose to praise. It's just a human that for some reason, we decide to put on a higher pedestal, you know, like, I don't know, like the idea of going to a Beyonce concert a year ago, I would freak out. But now present tense, I'm like, okay. I don't care. But for some reason, we idolize and we praise and we worship these humans that we give these titles to. And I think that that's fascinating. I think that's interesting. I think that that's something that's worth studying. Why do we do that as human beings? You know, like, why do we create these hierarchies, you know, not only in celebrity worship, but like in these cult worshipings, you know, like why do we, this is going to sound offensive, but why do we assign that the Pope is the next highest level to God? Why do we assign that, and why is that so important to us? Why is that so important that we give that title to someone? You know, not trying to offend anyone. Something was built at Disney. I think it's Avengers University. I don't know. Marvel University, something like that, whatever like that. So they built a robot Spider-Man to do stunts. So we create things in order for it to break. Why do we do that? So, you know what phrase really bothers me? It really bothers me that the phrases like, a lion doesn't compare himself to sheep, or a bee doesn't try to persuade mosquitoes that honey is better than shit. But it's like, okay, cool. I know that we evolved from animals, but we're not animals. So stop comparing us to animals, you know, like, because animals breed out of necessity. Like, this is something I learned at work. So, it's encouraged to capture male blue crabs because you need to leave the female blue crabs in the ocean in order to reproduce, right? So animals reproduce, but we humans, we breed out of a combination of love and lust. And for some reason we associate love with our hearts rather than our brain, when it's been proven that love is a chemical reaction in our brains. But for some reason we still connect it to our heart when our heart is literally just there to keep it beating, you know? And I don't know, I feel like if an alien and I were sitting down at a bar, I think that the alien would have more questions for me rather than my questions to it, her, him, it. I don't know. What do you prefer? You know? And also that, like, I think the alien would ask, why does it matter what you guys identify as? Why does it matter? Why do you guys do these race wars? Why do you guys do these competitions with each other when you guys literally when you guys literally are the same being, you know? Why do you guys choose to fight? Why do you guys look at the past as something to look at bitter and with rage rather than looking at the progress that you've made? Why do you guys do that? You know? What else? One of my regulars at work, he's so fascinating. He's so interesting. But he was saying that humanity is like, present tense, it's like we've all walked in to the middle of a movie, right? We don't know how it started, but we're going to create our own ending anyway based off of our assumptions. But we refuse to watch the beginning of the film. So last-ish thing, 3 more things. So something I learned, so I've been very frustrated at work lately because I feel like this is something that's been happening all my life though. I feel like a lot of management is quite incompetent, you know, and it's been very frustrating, especially recently, because it's like, I feel like I could do my job better than you. I feel like I could do your job better than you. And I know I should be more humble. I should be more grateful and thankful, whatever. But something I learned is called the Peter Principle, where people reach their highest level of incompetence. We assume that just because you're a great cashier, that you'll be a great manager, but they don't know managerial skills. They have no management training, you know? And as a result, in that position, they become stuck, and as a result, they have the fake it till you make it mentality. You know, they think that just because they did this job really well, they can move up, but you can't. You've reached your highest level of incompetence at this level right here, and that's why mistakes keep being made, because you haven't been properly trained, you haven't been properly taught. And I think that's fascinating. I think that's very interesting. I don't know. I think so. If I sat down with an alien at a bar, we're having our martinis, margaritas, whatever, the first question I would ask it would be, are we doing okay? And I feel like they would respond, why does it matter to you? You're not going to be here in 40 years anyway, so why does it matter what happens to humanity in 100 years from now? Why does that concern you? I don't know. Because you should care? Why shouldn't you? Why does it matter if 1,000 years from now the world blows itself up? I won't be here. My offspring won't be here. So what does it matter? I don't know. I think the alien would ask, why do you humans feel so much? You think too little and you feel too much. Ramblings of a mad woman. Don't listen to me. I'll talk about that another day, because I don't feel like getting emotional right now. We'll talk about it another day. Okay, bye. What do you think? Do you think that human beings are interesting enough for an alien race to want to study us? Like I said, my answer is yes, because our priorities are a little bit of everywhere. And yeah, that's it. I'm rambling now. Okay, bye.